Welcome to G3, Games, Gadgets, and Guests, an audio and video podcast from 702 Communications. I'm your host, Brian Cromick. I've got another games episode for you today, and today we are reviewing Battlefield 1. I have to admit, the Battlefield franchise has been around for a while. Obviously, I've known that it's been out there, but it's always been associated, in my mind at least, with the really hardcore gamers, and I don't consider myself one. But I was hearing a lot of good things about the campaign in Battlefield 1, and so I was really interested to check it out. And now that I'm a couple hours into it, I'm having a really good time with the campaign, so I'm looking forward to more of that, and maybe I'll even try some of the multiplayer. So let's go ahead and get into just a little bit of the gameplay for Battlefield 1. All right, so here we are, booting up Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1, of course, is set in World War I. It's not the first Battlefield game. Obviously, Battlefield 4 came out last year? I think it was last year. And now we're into Battlefield 1. So the story so far, I am in a British tank. I've gone through the intro. I got my quick 20 minutes training on how to play Battlefield, and right now I'm going through a series of missions in a tank. We are behind enemy lines. I've just completed a mission where I had to run into the village outside my tank and scavenge some new spark plugs to get the engine running again, and that was actually a lot of fun. It's set in the night. I got to pick up a silent sniper rifle, and like I say, I had a lot of fun playing that mission. So anyway, now we're back in the tank. We've got the big old British tank, and I am headed forward to see what kind of trouble I can stir up with the enemy. As the tank driver, I am able to fire the main gun. I can also switch guns and fire machine guns. I have to watch out so I don't get mired in the mud. Driving a tank is fun because you can drive over almost anything you want. I got to take care of that long gun. And I got a guy up here I'm going to go ahead and take care of. So you gotta watch out for street cannons, because those will mess up your tank in a hurry. You also have to watch out for infantry, because they do have tank busting grenades. And you've got little armored vehicles here that you also need to deal with. So I don't want to just... Oh, I see I've got grenade alert. I just took some damage. So I've got enemy infantry behind me. Oh, and now I'm in a spot. I'm in an alleyway, so I can't really get out of it easily to fight my way through. There we go, I blew up that armor pretty good. Now I gotta see where else I'm taking damage. I'm down to 50% already. Aha! There's an enemy tank behind me. If I can get myself out, I can repair. But in order to repair, I have to stop. And I don't want to stop if I've got absolutely no cover. So, quick. Do a little bit of repairing here. See, oh, that's trouble. Down to 9%. I'm afraid my tank might be done for. Yeah, there I go. So let me just say that Black Bess was destroyed. Let me just say, when you first boot up Battlefield 1. It brings you to a splash screen that talks about how this is frontline combat and you're not expected to survive. I have died an awful lot in the couple hours that I played this game. But when you get into a situation like this that is a mission, it'll bring you back to the checkpoint. In some of the other game modes or in some of the other training, in fact, the very first training at the beginning, it takes you from soldier to soldier to soldier on the battlefield as you die. So that's interesting. But I'm going to have to look for another strategic way to approach this with my tank. because I got pretty boxed in last time, and I don't want to see that again. Don't go down the alleyway and get your tank blown up. So we're going to go back in on that main road again. See if we can have a slightly different outcome. Go ahead and instead of going into the city like I did last time or into the village, I'm going to go ahead and go around this windmill. Take a different route into the city. Ah! Found the tank early. Go ahead and...
We need to fall back! No! Try to get behind them! The armor is weaker there!
No, go ahead. Sorry, I was concentrating. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can move a bit. I've run into another big tank, and it's the same one that I ran into last time, but I got some cover here, so I think I can do a little repair quick. I got a little wrench icon, and I will say that for as detailed as this game is, and as much fun as I've been having with it, when you're in a mission where you have to get out of the tank and actually repair it, your character grabs a wrench and then randomly picks a spot anywhere on the tank to quote-unquote fix the tank. And then it does. So you can find yourself wrenching on one of the treads, and you'll be improving your tank's health. So I'm gonna go ahead. I gotta figure out a way to get behind that tank because his armor, according to a message here from my commanding officer, is weaker if I can get behind him. So I'm not doing any damage to it right now. But I can't say the same about it. It is... There we go. Alright. So now let's see what we can do about pushing forward without that guy to contend with. Like I say, this is a tank part. There is a lot of combat, just single fighter. Like I say, in the last chapter, I was outside the tank. Oh, I got a lot of opposition here again. So you're going to have a mix of experiences in this game. Oh, I thought I got him there. One more shot. There we go. I'm knocking down trees. But the nice thing about your tank is you can drive right over them. Oh, I see I'm down to 29%, so I'm going to have to get somewhere and repair again. Before I end up blowing up my tank again. Stop and wrench quick. Let's see if I can get a shot on him. Oh, come on. One more. Who will die first? Not me this time. Oh, I just got out. I don't know why I just got out. Didn't mean to get out. Pressed the wrong button. Alright, fixing the tank. Fixing the tank. I'm on fire. Miraculously, the fire's out. And I'm going to be ready to move on here. In just a second. It's resilient. It's a resilient tank. And I'm off. Here we go. So it's not a game where you can just charge headlong and expect to survive. You do have to find some cover, take some cover, employ some strategy. Like I say, you end up dying, you got to rethink how you went about it the first time and how you might change your tactics the second time. could have just gone across that empty, muddy field there, but I'm a little bit afraid I may have gotten stuck in that mud, so not interested in that. See a armored vehicle up here. I'm going to go ahead and take care of that. See another one over here. I'm going to go ahead and take care of that one. See some guys off in the distance. Fire up my machine gun. Getting a... Let's see. Have anything showing up on my radar here, so I'm just going to keep pushing through. You can also just run over guys, which has a certain amount of satisfaction, I'm sorry to say. Not sorry to say. You're driving a tank. If you need to run over somebody, you need to run over somebody. So you can zoom in with your machine guns. In this part of the mission, you as the tank driver are the only one shooting. In other parts of the mission, when you're driving a tank, you've got a full crew, and you've got multiple guns firing at the same time. Oh, looks like I've got another armored vehicle here I need to contend with. Oh, and it looks like another tank off in the distance here too. So I'm gonna have my hands full again in a second.
How do you like that, Fritz?
So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and back out of here. Probably don't need you to watch this whole thing. Uh-oh. Almost stuck in the mud. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this mission offline. But I can definitely see, like I say, I can definitely see where having some friends to play this would be great. It doesn't have, unfortunately, co-op multiplayer. All of the multiplayer that it's got is going to be a PvP sort of thing, just like in Call of Duty and in the other battlefields. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get myself interested and into that or not. But I definitely do see myself being interested in getting through the campaign here for Battlefield 1. I'm going to kick back out of this mission here quick. And I'm going to just quickly show you, you've got some different options for campaign too. So it's not like if you buy this and you like me and you're not sure you want to play the multiplayer, it's not like you've got 15 minutes or half an hour or whatever of campaign and then you're into the multiplayer. If we kick out back here to the main menu, you can see you've got 5 different scenarios here. One is as a tank. You got another one in the air. Got another one, looks like in Italy as a shock trooper. So you've got some different options that have some different scenarios that are going to give you some interesting campaign gameplay anyway. So all in all, I'm enjoying the campaign here for Battlefield 1. Like I say, not sure about the multiplayer. I might check that out. We'll see how the rest of this goes. I'm going to consider all this campaign training and see if I can't maybe get my skills up to be ready to try that multiplayer. But I'm having fun so far, and if you enjoy a good shooter, if you enjoy getting into some different vehicles, seeing some different things that way, Battlefield 1 is worth checking out. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed the little taste of Battlefield 1. Interesting in the tanks in a World War I setting. The graphics are really good. The gameplay is good. It's immersive, and really am enjoying my time in the campaign here in Battlefield 1. So I'm hoping. I know there's a lot more campaign to do, and I'm hoping it's all as good as that has been. So. Again, Battlefield 1, go ahead and check that out if you like a good, challenging shooter. And if you enjoyed this podcast, I hope that you will subscribe on our YouTube channel. I hope that you will check us out everywhere we are on SoundCloud, Stitcher, iOS Store, everywhere that you want to find a podcast, we are. So go ahead and check it out. Tell your friends. Please listen. And please continue to check back. We've got a lot more good stuff coming for you. So Until next time, I'm Brian Comet. This is G3. Game on.